Hey, Gavin. What's up, guys? Use the big stuff. Hey, Jamie. Man, I don't know it. I know we talked last night, and I know y'all was talking rods, and I told y'all I was going to do a scope. So anyway, I figured I'd come in here and start getting ready. Hey, Texas. Anyway, I guess if y'all follow me, or if I've been talking to you, or if I've been following y'all know that I'm fishing the railback in a couple of weeks down at Okeechobee. So I've been trying to get my rods out and getting them ready. And I hadn't tied on any baits, but anyway, I was going to go over a few rods. I wanted to show y'all some rods too. Let me get a few of these out. I know I told y'all last night, these are Revos. That's my Revo, Skeet Reese Revo. It won't focus, or it ain't focusing for me right now anyway. Anyway, got them Revos for sale. I got a couple. I'll get to those, but this is I'm sponsored by Dobbins. This is a 734C Savvy, and it's a pretty good stiff rod. And anyway, I like that rod. I've got it rigged up. That's a small creature bait with like a 3/8 ounce weight. That's actually that bait is a bruiser bait, and it's a bruiser creature bait. I think that would be a good color for Okeechobee, so I just kind of left that tie up, that setup. I left that setup going, so Revo Ski Reese. Anyway, that's a nice reel. I like it. It's got a longer handle on it. The handle's a little longer than your regular reels. I'll show you one. Anyway, let me get this one. Here's one of my new ones. I told y'all I got some new rods in. Guys, I ain't got about 5 people. We're gonna have to work on this. Us as fishermen are gonna have to work on this. We're gonna have to start swiping and sharing and liking each other and all that good stuff. See if we can build our pages. So, I just got this rod in. This is a new 704, and this is the new Dobbins, and this is the HP. No, Okeechobee's in Florida. Big Lake down South Florida. Champion Extreme XP. Thanks, man. And follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I'll do a little bit on Instagram. Most of what I'll do will be here, Twitter, and Facebook. So, yeah, it'll be in Florida. But this is a brand new rod. I got 4 of these rods, and this is the second generation of the Extreme. And so I hadn't even fished with this. And of course, that's somebody, I think it was you, Gavin, that asked me last night what my favorite reel is. To me, this is my favorite reel. It's a Revo Premier. It's the second generation. It's got the better handle on it, and super lightweight. And this 704, I'm not sure right now what I'm gonna rig up on this. I've just put brand new 50-pound braid on it. More than likely, I am gonna rig probably some type of a topwater swim bait on it. Probably gonna rig I got some heavy ones. They're coming. Yeah, we'll go through a few of them. So probably like a skinny dipper, or the something like that to come across the top of the water. Maybe a horny toad, something like that. But that is a fine setup. Now when I get home here in Alabama, that'll be one of my number one. The 704 is the one that I like to swim a jig with. That's my swim jig rod. And that's what this will become whenever I get back to fishing the home waters. But I was going to tell you about the handles. Guys, y'all look at the difference in these handles. I'm going to try to turn them. Maybe I can turn them this way. That's the difference. See how much bigger that handle is on that? That skeet rod. That was one thing that when those skeet rods came out, they had the big handles on them. That was nice. Where do you get all the money for these? Well, I buy the reels. I'm just like all the rest of the fishermen. I look for deals. I'm on the Dobbins Pro staff. I don't get them for free. I will tell you that. But of course, all pro staffers get different deals. So I don't get the rods for free. But of course, if you're on your pro staff, and you work hard at it, they give you. I think I'm sure everybody's got different rates on what they do. So, but they're definitely worthwhile for me to purchase these over anything else that's out there. And what else we got here? So I'll show you a couple other different. Here's a regular. Hey, I'm about to go fish, and what do you think I should ruse? Where you at? Where you live at? Here's one of the older premieres. It's got the Louisiana. It shouldn't be too cold in Louisiana. Right now, I don't know. How close are you? What's the water temp in Louisiana? You in North Louisiana, South? Where you at? But I've got this with fishing right now. Where you at, Gavin? Anyway, I've got 17-pound mono. Yes, that's fluke. And I will probably, some of these baits, this will probably come off of that. I will say that. Probably what I'm going to end up doing with this particular setup is I'm actually probably going to put a topwater popper, a hard bait on this. This is a 684, so this is a 6/8 rod. It's not quite as long, and this is the regular champion. This is the Dobbins Champion Series. So that's the second line of the rods that they have out. 55 degrees. If it's that cold, you probably going to have a hard time getting a morning bite, but as the sun comes up in the day, I don't know, but if it was me, I'd be throwing a lipless crankbait, trying to catch some schooling fish or just working the banks real slow with one. And, I seem to have good luck. That's probably one of my best cold water go-to baits that I have. Let's see. Here's your good one. Let me dig this one out. Whoop, about to drop it. I know I told y'all last night, and I fished with the Revos, but I know I mentioned to somebody last night, I flip with the Quantum, and this is one of my flipping reels. Now, I'm not sure, but this is it's a 765 flip, cold. Yep, and the 765 flip. This is the 7.6 Champion Extreme. Now this is the last year model that they had with the quantum reel. But you see right here, it's got that flipping switch. So it's got that action where I've got it on I've actually got it. I'm going to have to flip you take this switch right here and you flip it down just like that. Well, then this thumb bar right here will actually come right back up. So then I'm quick on the draw. And that's one thing I like about these reels. And so that helps me. That's nice. And I've got 3 of these on my flipping sticks. I hate Garrett ain't in here. He was wanting to see my rods. Wanted me to do some posting last night. Now here's a new one. Here's the new one. This is brand new. That was the other one was the This is a $7.95 flip. Huh. I just realized something. They have sent me the wrong rod, which is quite all right. I think I've got another $7.95 flip, and that was supposed to be another $7.65 flip. Where's my other one? There it is. Yeah. Huh. Well, that's a pleasant mistake. This is the old gin. If I can get my phone to focus. And our bait caster's easy. You know, it takes practice. You're not going to pick one up right straight if you've never fished with one and just automatically start to fish with it. So, anyway, that's the new and an old, but still both in great shape. So I'll be hooking up. I'll have 3 when I go to Florida. I'll have 3 flipping sticks, and of course one of them I'll have just for pitching, and I'm sure it'll be that one right there, the shorter one, and I'll have it rigged up kind of a little bit lighter weight with a little bit lighter type. Something like a 3/8 ounce with a either a paddle tail worm or a speed worm or possibly even a Cinco. I'll have something light on it. Then I'll move over to something maybe in a 3/4 ounce weight with maybe a burner crawl or something, or some type of a creature bait. I feel like I'll have one of those, and then I'll have a heavy puncher. If I get into something thick, in the thick reeds or anything, hyacinths or anything like that, I'll have a thick puncher, and I'm sure I'll have like probably maybe 1.5 ounce weight on it, with something that I could really get down there, and have those. Who all's still in here? Y'all invite your friends, and if y'all not following me, make sure and follow me. So, see what else we got. This is and a lot of these don't have baits on them. This is another Premier, Revo Premier, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be alright, this is a 744. This could be, I'm probably going to have a big swim jig on it. 7'4" probably going to put a swim jig on it with a swim bait on like a 1/2 ounce swim jig. I like a longer rod, especially down there, fishing in that grass. And I'm open for suggestions. I'm in Alabama, but I'm getting geared up. I'm going to be leaving in about 3 weeks, headed to Lake Okeechobee, and to fish the southeastern Rayovac. And but I like that longer rod, and I like it because it's got the length, helps me a little bit better with the hook set. So I like that little bit of length when you're fishing in that grass. And I think this is going to be the other one that's a matching one to that. Guys, I don't know if y'all kept up with me a few weeks ago, or it's been a little bit ago. Yes, this is the other one, a 744, DX 744 Dobbins with the same Premier, Revo Premier. Guys, check that bait out. That bait got me a check. Why should I be using right now? I'm in the small ponds and waters, upper 50s in northern Cal. Man, you asking the wrong person. Yeah, Big Easy on the Big O. Exactly. Yeah, I will definitely have that, and the Skinny Dipper and the frogs going down there. But yeah, man, I'd love to come to California and do some fishing. But if y'all saw that sheriff's tournament, and I fished a month or 2 back and won, that was one of the key baits right here that won that tournament for me. And we'll be fishing for bass, largemouth bass in a tournament. Probably going to have, I'm estimating it's an FLW tournament, and I'm going to say that they'll have probably, I fished it last year and they had nearly 250 boats in it. So I don't know what they'll have in it this year. I'm sure it'll be 200, between 200 and 250. So yes, I've got 3 flipping rods, but guys, I caught 3, or actually caught 4, but 3 of the fish I weighed in come off of this bait. This is a Strike King buzz bait, and I just took the skirt off of it and took a horny toad, but I pulled it up on it and super glued it right here on the tip. Man, you're talking about doing some wonderful action coming through the water. The morning I was fishing a seawall and caught 2 spots over 4 and another one over 3, and had another one over 2, which I culled the one over 2 during the middle of the day. So was able to cull it out, bring in another 3, and I caught another one that was almost 3, and ended up at the end of the day with about 17.5 pounds and won the tournament. But that was a key bait right there in that tournament that morning, and just being at the right place. Being at the right place was a big deal too. Throwing that bait, and that did good. So that bait will come off. That bait probably won't be thrown down there. I'm sure I'll have probably swim jigs on both of those rods, and with swim baits in them. Stain water. You talking about at Okeechobee? Probably not. And anyway, now here, when I tell you a swim jig, now I told you this is probably one of my favorites. That swim jig right there. That's a Dirty Jigs swim jig with a Zoom Ultra Vibe chunk on it. Now I'll change that chunk out when I go to Florida and probably put a swim bait type chunk on there, I'm sure. But that's a tilapia colored jig, and I think it'd work real good down there. I'm probably going to leave it on. Probably going to tie it on a different rod though, but this is I'm pretty sure this is another 704. It is. It's a 704C. Another 704, and this is one of the newer style, the different with a carbon handle. Hey Ryan, when you head, I'm leaving January the 8th, I think. Is that Friday? I think it's January the 8th. And may even leave Thursday. I'm not sure. I may even go down close to Orlando and spend the night, and then drive on in the next day and fish all day Friday. And anyway, let's see what this one is. That's a 733 with another Premier, with another Revo Premier. You know, I mean, I'm not sure what I'll put on that rod, but, I'm sure I'll have it in the arsenal. Nice. Cousin might be there. Cool. Yeah, I'd go stay with Garrett. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Alright, so here's one of them I was telling you I may sell. I've got 2 of these. This is the MGX. And the Revo MGX. Super lightweight, and it's super smooth. Of course, I've got it on a Champion Extreme. This is a 733 Champion Extreme. Revo MGX. I'll tell you this. I bought this rod, this reel used, actually from my buddy Scott Canterbury. He used it for a year, and then I bought it from him. I think he jinxed me, because he told me, he says, I don't think you're going to like them. And I was thinking, man, that's a high dollar nice reel. I know I'm going to like it. So the Rocket, I hadn't got a Rocket. I've been wanting to get a Rocket and would like to try it. This Revo is it's a 7-to-1. Most of what I got 6.3 to 1. I've got 2 of these. I'm not sure. The other one must be out there on one of my cranking rods. I'd have to go look and see. I think it is. The other ones are either in my box, my spare box. It may be in there, but I've got 2 of those Revos. Those MGXs. But it's really lightweight. And when you set in the hook, it's like swinging a baseball bat. Something with a little weight to it has a tendency to get a little more hook set. And which is one reason I've got it in this Champion rod instead of an Extreme. A 7.1 if I've got it on something, I'm sure it's probably on a lipless cranking. And out there, I wouldn't put it. I've got winches. I've got Revo winches on my deep crankers. Don't you want slower to get down? Yes, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. But if you're throwing a lipless, not necessarily. Sometimes on a lipless, sometimes fast is good. But yes, on the slower rods, and I've got some of those. They're outside in the carport, but they're most of my glass rods for cranking and stuff like that have Revo winches on those. So here's another new one. This one is one that I especially got. I'm more proud of this one for Okeechobee. This is the Champion HP, but this is the 745C SH. This is going to have a good backbone to it. So, and I put one of my better Revo reels on it. So I almost feel like this rod is going to be the one that I'm probably going to use once I get dialed in down there the most, because I think the 745 is going to have the best backbone for it. It's got the length that I'm going to need. It's going to have the backbone that I'm going to need when I get there. And, I'm looking forward to trying it. And like I said, I have not even, check out the quality that they put into these rods. Check out the back, HP series Dobbins. And, these are nice rods. Really nice rods. And, but I especially ordered this one just for fishing at Okeechobee. And I'm sure what I'll probably do with that rod when I get back is that'll probably end up being my frog rod. You only use a 7.6, and that's that at Lake Okeechobee. I know a lot of guys that do that, and like I said, that's one reason why I went. I go up, and I think the longer rods are better down there. When you're fishing in that grass, you need something that's going to bury that hook, and you need that length. I think you need that length to be able to get them. And you need a heavier duty rod to be able to horse those fish out of that grass. So I'm all with you about that. So I actually heard a guy on here, but I don't think I really want a new setup. Please let me know what you got available to sell. I don't have anything right now. See, here's one of my older setups. This is an older Champion, and brand new, never new. SRB Garcia. There you go. There's somebody. And this is one of my old STXs. And these old reels, they look rough because they've got boat rash on them. But that reel cast is good, and I keep them clean. But that reel cast as good as it's brand new. Hey, how they look ain't gonna make no difference in how they can catch a fish. This rod, that's actually even a one of their Gen 1 Dobbins. And so that's a good setup. I still love that rod to death. And that's another 704. But anyway, and that's just what I had inside. And I've got more. Like I said, I've got cranking. Hey, I'll show you this. Hang on. Let's look at this. How about this? How about the new Fury Anybody seen the new Furies? Let's open one up. See if we can get it out of the pack. Y'all talking about wanting inexpensive rods? This is a very inexpensive rod. This is Dobbin's new Fury series. And this is a 765 flip. This rod, and I mean this is a quality rod, super lightweight. I'm telling you, man, this is a, look, I mean I'm holding this with 2 fingers. I mean this is a flipping stick. I mean you would not believe how lightweight this is. Super lightweight. Nice rod. Check how they put this out underneath the reel seat. Fish to win. Ain't that cool? Fish to win under the reel seat. Dobbins rods. This rod's like around 150 bucks new at the retail at the store. Yes, these are nice. So, gonna try out a couple of these, and got that. Got a 704. Is just, man, it's just a great rod. This is a crankbait rod, a Fury crankbait, and I've got, it's a 705 crankbait Fury, and really nice. If y'all don't know anyone that sells the Dob, and then there's another, this is a spinning reel, Savvy. Let's see, it's a 693 spin. Oh, somebody's texting me. So, anyway, anybody got any ideas on great baits that I should be looking at tying on? Heading to Okeechobee. I got to put baits on all these poles. I got to do that. Who's in here? If you're just tuning in, my name's Bob Blackerby, and I fish for Bait Mate Fish Attractants. The connection. Bad connection. Awful connection. Ain't that lovely? I'm starting a YouTube channel. Let's go out here and see what I got. See if my connection will do good. How about it, guys? You still with me? How's the connection? Okay? Here you go. How about that? This is the boneyard. How about that? Poor connection. Y'all, man, they're killing me. Maybe I need to get off and get on my Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll help. Get off my Wi-Fi. Anyway, let me see if y'all can see this. This is there's one of the winches. Revo winch. Big cranker on a big glass, 704 glass rod. There's a couple of those down there. Of course, there's got a pile of spinning rods. Let me get back in here. Alright, guys. Thanks for staying tuned in, the ones of you that did. I'll hit y'all back later. If you're just tuning in, please share and like and follow my page. I'll be headed to Okeechobee, and I'll be doing some scopes from the Great Grassy Lake in a couple of weeks. So tune in. All right, guys, I'll see y'all.